Welcome back. Oh, let me just test, make sure my mic is working. Mess me up. Yeah, you can hear me. Welcome back to Cryptogains for another video. I want to show you the Bitcoin price chart, show you what I see in the charts. I haven't done it in a while. If it's sounding interesting, drop that like, give me a subscribe. Have you been watching my vlog series? I just started this crypto vlogs. I don't see many people doing it. So, I'm doing the crypto vlogs, just trying to switch it up a bit, show you a bit more in depth of my life, how I'm living and stuff. And yeah, you can see it there. So real quick, I want to show you this chart here, which is the Keltner channel. I've got this on the weekly time frame. And I will also show you this, which is the William Free lines on the monthly time frame. I think they're both equally important to discuss. So yeah, and this is not financial advice, so please do your further research before you invest your money. I'm gonna start with this one here, the Keltner channel, because I've been showing you this on the weekly time frame for a while, and just sort of show you where my head is at with this. For those that are new, the Keltner channel looks for trends. So basically, when it can kind of confirm trends and which way the market's been going. And it's very simple. You've got two blue lines and then a yellow line in the middle. And whenever we see price action fall below this yellow line, it usually represents a trend reversal. Now in this case, obviously, we had a double top and then we came down. But you can use, actually, you can probably use this whole area here, see all of this, as an example for trend reversal, like just down, can't break above the yellow line, it pierces through, right? And the whole piercing thing, so every time we see a break of this yellow line and the price comes down, few candles underneath usually represents that we're at some point going to go into in the future, we're going to at some point come down to this blue line and then eventually pierce through it. And this is what you see here. And it's kind of always been held true in the past. So here's another example. Look, we saw the massive rally of 2017. Prices went up. We saw the price fall down. Down here, like we see the first candles underneath this yellow line on the weekly time frame. That's a trend sign reversal that actually it's not bullish anymore, because that was a massive rally. Look at that. You see? And actually look at this. When it is bullish, it stays above the yellow line. You see? Like it bounces off it. Bounce, 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 bounce. Constantly above this yellow line. So that's what we're looking for in a new bull cycle. Bear cycles is when it's underneath and it can't break above, right? Until it hits this blue line. And then when it hits it, it usually pierces it and goes at least 25 to 35%. And this one here is about 34%. Many people think that the crypto space is going to go down. Just have a quick look at this one here. Look, trend reversal, broke this, touches the blue line, and then it pierces through it. What's this? About, it depends on where the pierce is. Let's say about 35, 36%. So many people think that we're going to go down. I've been saying to you, I've seen this now where we was in this trend where we were going up, we were bouncing, 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 and then obviously we broke the trend here. And I felt like it was weak, and I've been saying this for a few weeks, that I believe that maybe at some point, I might be wrong, maybe it just switches up, and this is the first time we see an instance with loads of candles underneath where it can still remain bullish. But I've always believed, what it shows in the past is that if it breaks this, it's a weak signal, and it's a sign way in advance telling us that in the future, it may come to this blue line, which right now the blue line's sitting about $23,000, and then it should pierce through at least 20 to 30%. If it did that, what kind of price would we be looking at? Well, 20% is there. That's $18,600. So about a 30%, it pushes it right down to $16,000. I'm not saying this is going to happen. I'm just trying to show you what's happened in the past, right? Because you can get good insight as to how these indicators work and how they move based on past analysis of what it's been doing. So that's the first thing I wanted to look at. Second thing is this, and this one throws me, and this is on the weekly time frame. This is the William Free lines, but I've taken the middle line off. And just to show you real quick, right? Because if I load it up, so people don't understand. And this also is good for looking at trends. Well, this should be orange. The middle line should be orange, right? And make it clear so you can see, because I'm going to take it back off. But so you've got three lines, right? But I find that when you take the middle line out, you get a good, clean perspective of what it is you're trying to see on a monthly time frame. So on the monthly time frame, it's clean and simple. Look, you can see when price goes up and down, the price, and then we've got two lines, a red line and a green line. Now in the past, right? In the past, when we've had a massive rally, if price action comes back and pierces through this red line and we start to see a candle on the other side of the red line, like what you see in this instance here, and this was back in 2014, look what happens. You see a short rally upwards, which was about, I say short, that's 100% up. I keep forgetting we're on the monthly time frame, so big candles. Well, you see a rally up, and then eventually it falls down, and it comes to this green line. And if it touches this green line, expect it to fall 50%, 55% according to this. And look again, look, so it kind of repeats. It's done its bear cycle. This is the bottom of the bear cycle in 2014, 2015. Has a massive rally. And look at the blow off top. Look at how you know when the trend has stopped. When everybody thinks it's going higher and higher and higher, you can see here that actually it's coming down towards this red line. And when it touches this red line, expect it to have a short rally, which is what it did again. So it came on, the next candle was another rally upwards. Where's the thing? I want to get it like this, right? So it has a rally upwards. That was a 46% pump, and then eventually it fell back down, and then it came towards this green line, and then it fell. Once it pierced through the green line, it fell 46%. So this is what we are looking for to understand where we are in this market. And same again, we have another rally, like when price action is above the green and the red line, comes above the red. You see all this? But this was our warning sign right here. This would have been it. We saw the massive sell-off because of the whole what's his name, Elon Musk, and you know what happened with that back in them days. It hit this red line, it pierced through it, and what did we see? We saw it the price come through to the red line. On the other side, we saw the rally. Like every other thing, we saw the rally, 128%, and then eventually it came to this green line, and what did it do with this green line? It fell. This was a massive drop. I'm going to take it right down to this wick here, about 56%. So we've seen the same thing happen every single cycle. But what's interesting to me is this, right? Because if you look at where we are now, there's a gap, and there's gaps. There's always been gaps, right? So we've got this big gap here where there's price action. And usually in the past, look, we've got a gap here. When you're in a class, I say, oh, gap here. Let me just move this circle. It's confusing everyone. So we've got this middle gap here, but price action went straight through this gap, right? And I want to really focus on this gap, and then we'll explain the other part after. Because like I always said to you, this is the gap. If we go up and then we test it and come through this red line, expect a short rally, come to the green line, fall at least 30, 40%. So that kind of little area there does the exact same thing as what we'd do if we was up here and the trend was reversing. But it's the gaps that I'm interested in, because the price action breaks above usually on these gaps. Look, this is the big gap here. Price action breaks above and remain above the red line in a bullish trend. But take a look at what we're doing right now. So here's our gap. Right now we're below this red line. Are we going to see an insane rally? I'm just thinking, is Bitcoin going to have an insane pump? Or it doesn't have to be massively insane. Is it just going to pump up to sort of like 28,000, 29,000 and remain above this red line? Because in order for it to do so, it's going to have to do that. We're going to have to see a price move upwards to get towards 28,000, 20. I'd want to see it clear at least 28,500. If price action can remain above 28,500, I think that's going to be bullish for Bitcoin. If it doesn't, then Bitcoin's about to do something it's never done before. It has never been at the bottom of a bear cycle. At least I believe this is the bottom when it looks similar to the others. And then it's come up and it's remained below the red and below the green. Not nowhere can you see that this is below the red and below the green after a bear cycle. Look, the only time it's below the red and below the green is the bear cycle there. And then it comes out of it. I've never seen it below the red and below the green. We had it here, pinch, came back up. Still above this green. See, the body closed above, and then we had a massive rally. Never seen that before. So this is going to be an interesting thing to watch, and this is what I'm watching. This month is going to be the most interesting one. Will we, by the end of this month, the end of October, see a massive pump up, or is it going to break down? And if it breaks down, just buckle the hell up, because we might be in for something that we've never seen before happen for Bitcoin, right? So I just wanted to show you this. Short, sweet, and simple. Well, it weren't really short, was it? If you liked it, drop that like. Give me a subscribe. Thank you for watching. Become a Patreon. The link is in my info section. Click it. Highly recommend you come over. Trying to help you guys on your journey. Show you things that maybe people aren't showing you, but if they do, cool. I've got 7 tiers. Take your pick. I recommend my exclusive VIP partner tier. This unlocks all my posts so you can see when I'm buying, selling, staking the lot. Where is it? This one here. And if you can't afford it, my next tier above gives you access to my super alerts. My VIP Telegram group, over there I talk to them way before I buy, way before I sell. There's big money in that space. It's a powerful network. And it's a network of powerful minded people in this crypto space that know how to make money, sharing you insights all the time. Come over, check it out. The link is in my info section. Oh, my flipping knuckle. Thank you for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Cheers.